Ladies and gentlemen, the Pleb is back. In today's episode, Justin Trudeau goes internationally viral again after he goes on some deranged MAGA rant saying that Canadians don't want Canada to be great. As well, tonight, it appears that the farmers in Canada have finally joined the protests. And in our last story, Gary Busey is back, and she drops the most cringe video I have possibly ever seen on the internet. You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around. Before we start this report, just want to say thank you to everyone who has resubscribed to this channel. For whatever reason, YouTube unsubscribed a lot of you, but you're not letting YouTube win. I have added about 60,000 new subscribers in the last 4 weeks. So from the bottom of my heart, just want to say thank you to everyone who resubscribed. And if you're not subscribed already, smash that subscribe button, because I'm going to tell you the news that the mainstream media won't. Tonight's story is going to kick off with Justin Trudeau possibly saying the dumbest thing he has ever said in his political career. But before we get into that clip, I want to give you guys some context here. Last year on stage in Toronto, Justin Trudeau admitted that Canada used to be great before his government destroyed it. Watch. Look how this clown sits, man. God, I'm already pissed off. Just by the way he crosses his legs. Infuriating.
And that ability to come together and work on that, I will work with anyone who is similarly optimistic for their communities and their country. And there's lots of partners out there across the spectrum. But the choices we get to make in politics and as voters and as electors is there a strong, concrete, tangible vision on how to meet the future where it's going to be? Or do we fall back on a backward-looking, oh, let's make it great like it used to be. Let's make it great like it used to be. There must be a catchier way of saying that, but there's, you know.
He basically just owned himself right there. God.
That's not the way Canadians, I think, are going to respond, and that's why I'm so happy to work with folks on my left, folks on my right, to deliver for citizens, and we're going to keep doing it because that's what we've been doing.
So the clues were all there. Justin Trudeau in that speech basically set some seeds here, trying to convince you that, let's not go back to the way the things used to be, like functional, having a respectful country, and less homelessness, less food bank usage, affordable housing, less crime. Canadians don't want that. And yesterday in question period, Justin Trudeau doubles down on this sentiment and goes internationally viral yet again, embarrassing Canada and embarrassing himself when he states that Canadians don't want Canada to be great. Watch this. All right, this is the dumbest thing Trudeau has ever said by far, so get some popcorn ready because you're about to laugh. This is insane.
Mr. Speaker, what we hear from the Leader of the Opposition is under the previous Conservative government, everything was perfect, and what he is proposing to do is to make Canada great again. That is not what Canadians want.
Oh, really? Really? Canadians don't want Canada to be great. Is this the most absurd statement you've ever heard? What, we want a destroyed country? We want a broken Canada? We want crime, homelessness, food banks, 10 cities? That's what we want, Justin? Are you out of your fucking mind? Rewind that. This is beyond absurd.
To do is to make Canada great again. That is not what Canadians want.
Wow.
Again, that is not what Canadians want.
That's so fucking dumb. He's so dumb.
That is not what Canadians want. He is pining for a nostalgia that, quite frankly, frankly, Canadians do not feel. They remember what he did as part of...
The nostalgia. Back when people can afford groceries, back when people can afford a home in this country, that nostalgia that we don't want. Is this guy any more out of touch? It's unbelievable. It's truly, wow.
Stephen Harper's failed housing minister. He remembers the people the rights of Indigenous peoples violated, the ignoring of environmental responsibilities, and the lack of an environmental and economic plan for the future. We're going to continue.
Oh my God. I'm speechless. I'm fucking speechless. Did Justin Trudeau just admit that he is purposely trying to destroy Canada? And that Canadians don't want a great country? This is the most absurd thing he's ever said. I mean, I'm almost speechless here. But thankfully, Pierre Poilievre went back at Justin Trudeau and basically put this absolute clown in his place. Watch. Thank God for Pierre, man. Seriously.
Before this prime minister, we didn't have masses of military members living in tent cities, Mr. Speaker. They could put a roof overhead. In fact, we didn't have 30 tent cities in Halifax. We didn't have 2 million people lined up at food banks in lines that are reminiscent of the Great Depression. We didn't have young people forced to wait till they're age 40 to get a home. The good news is life was not like this before this prime minister, and it won't be like this after he's gone.
Why doesn't he just say it straight out, Mr. Speaker? He's planning to make Canada great again. The reality is, Mr. Speaker, Canada...
He's so stupid. He's so stupid. He's planning to make Canada great again. What? Is this a political attack? Does he even listen to his own words?
He's planning to make Canada great again.
What? How are you saying this?
The reality is, Mr. Speaker, Canada is great. Canada is the best country in the world. And yes, there are challenges, and that's why we're stepping up to invest.
That's what the Prime Minister has to say to the 2 million people lined up around street corners clamoring for the food bank after 8 years, that things are just going great. To the people in Montreal who've seen their rent quadruple after his 8 years, life is just great for them too. To the Torontonians who have to spend 25 years now saving up for the down payment on the average home, he says things are just great. How can he possibly fix the misery he caused if he can't even realize that it's right in front of his face?
God. I don't know what to say. The left is delusional. They think things are going well right now, right? Did they even open their eyes? These people are so brainwashed. Justin Trudeau is absolutely delusional. I mean, reality is not something that he is good at. Just look at his approval rating right now. It's at all-time lows, and this guy thinks he's doing a good job. I mean, Justin Trudeau is making this too easy for the Conservatives. It's almost as if he wants to lose the next election. Just read this quote here. Canadians don't want Canada to be great. Justin Trudeau, February 7th, 2024. I mean, just look at these viral headlines here. We'll start with Cat Canada saying, can you imagine the leader of a nation saying the citizens don't want their nation to be great? Trudeau is a global laughingstock. Cat Canada has 11,000 likes on her tweet. Trudeau going viral again. Or this one from Benny Johnson. Justin Trudeau says Pierre Poilievre doesn't want to, quote, make Canada great again, and, quote, this is not what Canadians want. 18,000 likes, 1.6 million views. Trudeau's going viral again for all the wrong reasons. Or Disclosed TV with this headline. New, Trudeau says the opposition leader is proposing to, quote, make Canada great again. This is not what Canadians want. And anytime Justin Trudeau says something stupid like this, it has the opposite effect, as you can see here from the trending list on X yesterday. Look what was trending. Make Canada Great Again, and Pierre Poilievre. Complete backfire. I mean, this is backfiring so bad that at a press conference today with Pierre Poilievre and Indigenous leaders, Chief Trevor Makadehe thanks Pierre Poilievre for wanting to make Canada great again. Watch.
I've always thought that we need a place at the decision-making table. And Mr. Poilievre, I commend you on having the foresight and seeing that for us to go together and make Canada great again, we need to do it in partnership.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say?
For us to go together and make Canada great again, we need to do it in partnership and government to government.
It's so over for the Liberals. It truly is. And through this madness always brings great comedy here, as Shelldog puts out. This is what happens when you tell a Liberal you want Canada to be great. Pretty damn accurate. And after embarrassing himself in front of the world again, Justin Trudeau ran over to the media to make a statement. Now, they wanted to talk to him about pharmacare, but Justin Trudeau had to change it over to the trans issue. Watch this. This is wild.
Prime Minister, on pharmacare legislation, how is that going?
Trans kids.
Prime Minister, on pharmacare legislation, trans kids.
Pharmacare legislation, how is that going?
Trans kids are 5 times more likely in this country to attempt suicide. What Mr. Poilievre and Ms. Smith are proposing is to take away the rights of parents and their kids to make the right choices for them with their doctors. We don't think government should be doing that. Our government will always stand up for the most vulnerable, including our trans youth.
It's over for Justin Trudeau. He's finished. He can't talk about any normal issues that affect everyday Canadians. He now has to talk about fringe topics that affect .something% of the population, not the majority of us who can't afford groceries or our rent or to buy a home in this country. Let's talk about trans rights. It's so over. And Justin Trudeau's sidekicks over at the NDP believe the same thing as Justin Trudeau. They don't believe that Canadian parents have parental rights. They think that the government owns the kids. Listen to this. This member of Parliament's name is Randall Garrison, and he actually looks like Mr. Garrison. But what he's going to say now is just so bloody absurd. Listen to this.
Do you view this as a parental rights issue at all?
Well, I'd like to say, first of all, there's no such thing as parental rights in Canada. There are parental responsibilities.
No such thing as Mr. Garrison over here thinks that the kids belong to the government and not the parents. Very creepy.
And in Canadian family law, the primary responsibility of parents is to support and affirm their kids. Children have rights in Canada, and these kind of policies restrict the rights that children have in Canada.
Insanity. Hey, Canada, I think we have a communism problem in this country. Do you agree? Thank God we have Pierre Poilievre trying to restore common sense in this country, because Canada has officially turned into a loony bin. And on the topic of Pierre Poilievre, one of his biggest critics from the last couple of years, Billboard Chris, has come out and thanked Mr. Pierre Poilievre with this historic tweet here saying, "Incredible news, Canadian Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre has finally stated that children should not be given puberty blockers." Now, this tweet is going mega viral here with 37,000 likes, 5,700 retweets, and 1.3 million views. Wow. In our next story of the night, I have a big scoop for you guys here. As you've known, I have covered the farmer protests on this channel. And yesterday, I found out that Canadian farmers appear to be joining this protest as they were slow rolling through the streets of British Columbia yesterday.
Cowichan Valley farmers have had it up.
Wow. Is it happening? Is it actually happening? Is Canada joining the farmers' protest? Unbelievable.
Farmers have had enough.
The farmers have had enough, this lady says. Wow. The clip is not long. It's only 6 seconds. Now, I don't know much on this story, so I'll refer to the person who broke it, Drea Humphrey over at Rebel News, saying that these are Cowichan Valley farmers and they're protesting in downtown Duncan right now. Apparently, this is on Vancouver Island. If anyone could fill me in as to what's going on, let me know in the comments down below. In our next story, Janice Irwin, aka Gary Busey, is back with another banger. She put out this clip on social media talking about what it's like to be a queer politician in Alberta, and it's the cringiest thing I have ever seen in my life. Let's laugh at it.
We're queer politicians in Alberta. Of course we don't read any of the comments on social media.
Yeah, but like, Brooks, I kind of do read the comments.
Yeah, but Janice, you shouldn't be reading them. They're horrible. They're so mean. They talk about our looks. They talk about so many bad things.
Hello, delusional leftists. It's not just queer politicians that have brutal comment sections. It's essentially every single deranged leftist politician. You're not special.
We're queer politicians in Alberta. Of course, our mental health isn't great, and our therapy bills are high.
Oh my gosh, Janice, that's so dark. We're literally on a mental health walk right now. We're queer politicians in Alberta. Of course we're going to make RuPaul Drag Race references in the legislature.
How else would we tell the UCP to sashay away?
They want us to take them seriously, and this is... It's so ridiculous.
We're queer politicians in Alberta. Of course, we're not on the dating apps, but who needs them when you've got Instagram DMs?
Someone's advertising their DMs right there.
Oh my gosh, Janice, at least you're not on Grindr, but I thought we were not going to talk about our dating lives.
Nobody cares about your dating lives. This is what you don't understand. Nobody gives a shit who you sleep with. Truly, I don't care. You are equal to me. You're not special because you sleep with the same sex. We are equals. Get this in your head. Stop making who you sleep with your identity. You look so stupid.
Today, we're queer politicians in Alberta.
Of course, we're going to stand up and fight always for queer and trans youth.
And of course, we recognize that trans and gender diverse and Testawinawak were
Testawinawak, what is that? Talk English. What?
two-spirit rights.
Two-spirit what?
Our human rights, always.
We love you.
Much love.
Janice, you are truly appealing to the lowest common denominator. If anybody votes for you because you're gay, that means the people voting for you are extremely stupid. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care what color skin you are. Everyone is equal to me. We're all Canadians. Stop trying to separate everyone, put everyone into categories. No, we have one category here, and it's Canadian, and nobody gives a shit who you sleep with. With that said, I'm rooting for Gary Busey to be the next leader of the Alberta NDP. Let's go, Janice. I love Alberta. I want Alberta to prosper. And if you make Janice the leader of the NDP, it's just going to be too easy for Danielle Smith. Go, Janice, go. And I don't know which one of you guys did this, but apparently this is what you get when you go to janiceirwin.com. A link to this Wikipedia page. All right, guys, that is a wrap here for today's video, but I got to ask you this question here. Is Justin Trudeau's statement about Canadians not wanting Canada to be great the dumbest thing he's ever said? If there's actually dumber, can you put it in the comments down below? Also, I want to know what you guys think about this statement. Do you want Canada to be great again? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's broadcast, and only if you enjoyed it, hit the like button so YouTube recommends this video to more people. Share this video out with your friends. Tell your friends about the Pleb on YouTube. If you want to support this journalism I do, you could buy a membership for $5 Canadian. My name is the Pleb. This was your Wednesday report, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.